What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Lady, again. And do y'all remember Angela? Apparently, she got arrested. Let's see why.
From being one of the most explosive personalities in reality television history.
I can't look at him no more. I got too many good-looking men outside there sitting around me. I don't need this ugly son of Listen, here's the deal. You're an ugly son of son of a son of a son of a
To facing allegations, she set fire to a fan's house while intoxicated. Angela Dean has crossed a line that...
What the fuck you just say to me? She did what?
outside there sitting around me. I don't need this.
Wait a minute.
Listen, here's the deal. You're an ugly son of a son of a son of a son of a.
To facing allegations, she set fire to a fan's house while intoxicated.
No
Angela
fucking
Dean
way.
has crossed a line that nobody thought was even possible. This is part 2 of Angela's downfall, and we're going to break down every single thing that went wrong during her worst week on record. October 25th,
You better be lucky she's still alive, cause the fuck, bitch, the shotty would have been. Never mind, I don't think I can see
25. That's when everything started to fall apart publicly. Angela had been hired to perform at a drag-themed party. After TLC allegedly fired her earlier in the year, she needed new income sources. Party appearances became part of her hustle. She was trying to reinvent herself as an entertainer, capitalizing on whatever fame she had left. The event should have been straightforward. Show up, sing a few songs, take some photos with fans, collect the payment, and leave. But Angela Dean doesn't do straightforward. According to multiple eyewitnesses who were there, Angela arrived at the party already heavily intoxicated. This wasn't someone who had a drink or two. This was someone who had clearly been drinking heavily before even walking through the door. Her performance fell apart almost immediately. Instead of entertaining people, she became confrontational. The festive atmosphere turned uncomfortable as party guests watched her behavior spiral. People who had been excited to see her started looking for exits. Police were called to the scene. And here's where the...
First of all, who the hell excited to see her? What we got going on out there? Y'all paying money to go see Angela? I'm just wondering. I'm just curious.
Story gets interesting. According to some sources, Angela was briefly detained, but no formal charges were filed because both parties declined to press them. Other reports suggest she was actually arrested for disorderly conduct or assault, but official police records haven't surfaced. The truth probably falls somewhere in between. She was likely taken into custody temporarily, but released without a full booking. Now, this wasn't Angela's first rodeo with alcohol-related incidents. Back in September 2018, she was arrested for DUI in Montgomery County, Georgia. Police pulled her over for speeding. She was doing 60 miles per hour in a 35 zone.
God damn, girl. Shit. She got you rolling faster than me. Hell, not in no 35 now, I ain't. Never mind. What I was about to say, yeah, I don't know, I forgot.
Reported smelling alcohol on her breath. She failed the field sobriety test. She refused further testing. During that 2018 arrest, Angela allegedly called the officer racist. She threatened his job. She claimed she feared.
Yeah, I was about to say, you ain't gonna catch me getting arrested in no damn fucking Georgia. Hell no. In Georgia? Fuck no. Especially not Fulton. Hell no. Fulton?
For her safety. Classic Angela behavior.
Not
Refuse
me.
responsibility. Blame everyone else. Play the victim. That was 7 years ago. And here we are in 2025 watching the exact same pattern play out. Angela at an event. Angela drinking too much. Angela getting into a physical confrontation. Angela facing potential legal consequences. The drag party incident should have been her wake-up call. It should have been the moment she realized she needed help. Instead, it was just the opening act of her terrible week. So, Angela allegedly assaults someone at a drag party on October 25th. Police get involved. It's a complete disaster. What does she do next? She decides she needs to go to a Youngblood concert. I'm not making this up. Hours after this chaotic incident, Angela was already planning her next move. She went live on TikTok from what appeared to be a hotel room and made a plea to her followers.
Hi, Queens and Kings. So, got some info for you. To the one that was on my live, and I was showing my trip to go see Youngblood, and I didn't know the confirmation number was there, and you screenshotted.
She needed money. Specifically, she needed
I ain't gonna lie, she be catfishing the shit out of y'all with that with that filter. Now I like using the filters too, the cute ones, the fun looking ones and shit. But she probably be catfishing somebody with that. Y'all probably be under the comments. Oh, you so fine. Take that goddamn filter off.
$900 for concert tickets and travel costs. And she wasn't subtle about it. This was a full-on crowdfunding attempt from someone who just had one of the worst nights of her life. During this livestream, Angela held up her Delta flight confirmation to prove to viewers that she was really planning to go to this concert. She wanted people to see that she wasn't just scamming them for money. Look, here's my flight booking, see? But Angela made a massive mistake. The confirmation number was completely visible on camera. Anyone watching could see the booking details. The reservation number was right there in plain view.
And put my name in, and you put my birthday.
So what that mean? Me personally, I've never, ever been on a flight, and I don't ever plan on getting on a flight. So can y'all tell me what that supposed to mean? I don't know. Hell no, y'all ain't gonna catch me and TSA want to stop me or something. Like, come here, man, we gotta dig in your... No, fuck no, that's a fear of mine. That's a huge fear that I'm gonna go to the fucking airport and then TSA gonna try to dig up in my... No. Hell no. I ain't wanna go. That's a fear.
Everybody knows my birthday, and then you put
Hell
the confirmation in. Good news for you. We got somebody working on that, because when you're a creator, we have live recordings.
They stole
One
her
viewer
ticket?
saw this as an opportunity. Using that exposed confirmation number, they contacted Delta Airlines, and somehow they managed to cancel Angela's entire flight. The cancellation triggered hefty rescheduling fees. Angela couldn't board her flight. Her plans fell apart. And when she realized what happened, she absolutely lost her mind.
Why would you show it?
We will see you soon, because if we can find out who canceled my trip by going back in my recordings.
Because I'm sure she done been on flights before, so she should know, okay, can't. That's like me putting up my fucking license to the camera, like, hey, here, hello, this is my license number. Like, putting all that shit up to the camera with my birthday, expiration date, all that on it. That's like me doing that. So I'm sure she would know not to do that, right? Or not right.
I will be seeing you. Yes, you will get the day you deserve.
She probably ain't never found out who did that.
Angela went live again with a profanity-filled rant that has to be seen to be believed. She was screaming at the camera. She was vowing revenge. I'm going to sue every last one of you haters for invading my privacy, she yelled. Every single one of you. She started tagging random people who give legal advice on TikTok. She was asking them to help her take legal action against whoever cancelled her flight. She
probably wanted them to do pro bono ass work, because first of all, she would have to do all of those lawsuits separately, and seeing that she's not on TLC no more, and she's trying to hustle and do these shows, that means she ain't got no goddamn money like that to sue. Let's say she probably get hundreds of people in her lives, right? I don't fucking know. I don't be in there. She probably couldn't even sue 10. Come on now. Come on now. Come on, man.
Convinced she had a case. She genuinely believed she could sue these people. But here's what makes this incident even worse. This wasn't just about one cancelled flight and one failed attempt to get to a concert. This was about a documented pattern of financial exploitation that had been building for months. Throughout 2024 and into 2025, multiple fans came forward with stories of lending Angela money that she never paid back. One fan claimed Angela borrowed several $1,000s for medical bills and then
Add according. Why in the shit are y'all giving people money? Is y'all okay? This is what I be talking about. Stop giving these fucking people y'all money, boy. Quit. Like, stop. Y'all need to pop in. Why is y'all giving these people y'all hard-earned money? Bro, y'all ain't want it that bad? She has money for a lawyer but was begging fans for money to attend a $900 Youngblood concert she couldn't afford to begin with, like I said. For those who don't want to read it, she was online begging for money to attend the concert, but booked the flight for it. Oops. She was live and held up her ticket for confirmation. Okay, we know that. So now she's pissed because she feels like her privacy was violated and that flight cost her money.
Completely ghosted them when they asked for repayment. Another said she took money for travel expenses and blocked them on social media the moment they brought up the debt. There were stories of loans that were clearly never meant to be repaid, of sob stories designed to manipulate sympathetic fans, of promises that evaporated the second the money changed hands. The flight cancellation incident became symbolic. It represented every fan who felt scammed by Angela. It represented years of taking advantage of people's kindness. It represented karma finally catching up in the most public way possible.
That part.
And Angela's threats to sue everyone just made her look more desperate and delusional. She couldn't see that she had brought this on herself. She couldn't accept that her own actions led to this outcome. She could only rage at the haters and threaten lawsuits that would never materialize.
What the fuck
Delusional.
Was that?
She couldn't see that she had brought this on herself. She couldn't accept that her own actions led to this.
What the fuck is this right here? Is that... What the fuck is that? Yo. Maybe that's a tattoo and not what I think it is. Because I don't feel the need to be flashed. Okay.
Outcome.
Not
she could only rage at
the
haters and threaten lawsuits that would never materialize. The lawsuit never happened, by the way. As of late October 2025, there's been no legal action. It was all bluster, all empty threats from someone who was spiraling out of control. But Angela still wasn't done with her terrible week. On October 30th, 2025, reality blogger Kiki and Kibitz dropped an interview that sent shockwaves through the 90 Day Fiance community. A longtime fan of the show came forward with a story about Angela Deem. This fan chose to remain anonymous, and for good reason. What she had to say was damning. The fan explained her situation. She had recently undergone major surgery and was recovering at home. She was also caring for her special needs son during this recovery period. It was a difficult time, and she was doing her best to manage everything.
I ended up getting a surgery in October of that year, and I have a special needs son.
Okay.
And she volunteered to come up and help me because it was on my foot.
Angela
and I was like, wow, are you serious?
When she heard that Angela...
I ain't gonna hold you. I wouldn't trust no bitch in my house like that. I wouldn't give a fuck. A person I don't fucking know. I mean, yes, you see them on the fucking show, but you only know them with TLC cameras. You do not know these people. You gonna trust them in your house? Nah, hell no. Absolutely the fuck
was also recovering from recent bariatric surgery. She felt a connection. She reached out to Angela and extended an invitation. Angela could stay with her for a few days. They could help each other through their respective recoveries. It seems like a kind gesture, one person helping another during a vulnerable time. Angela accepted the invitation. She showed up with promises of companionship.
What did I say? Absolutely the fuck not. Like, no.
And light assistance around the house. For the first day or so, things seemed okay. Maybe this would actually work out.
Day?
Then
That's
came the
it?
night that would end their friendship forever. It was around 4 a.m. The fan was asleep. Her son was asleep. The house was quiet and peaceful. Angela decided she wanted tea. She went to the kitchen. She filled a kettle with water. She put it on the electric stove to boil, and then she wandered off.
5, 6 o'clock in the morning, and my son woke me up because, Mom, I think something's burning down there. And
She
I
left
looked
the
over,
stove on?
like, my banister.
Maybe she got distracted by her phone. Maybe she decided to smoke a cigarette and lost track of time. Maybe she
It
was
don't take that long to smoke a cigarette, though. What do you mean? Was she drunk that early in the fucking morning? And forgot that the stove was on? Ain't no way. 6 o'clock?
too intoxicated to focus on what she was doing. Whatever the reason, Angela
what I
left
see.
that kettle completely unattended. The water boiled and kept boiling, and eventually boiled away completely. Anyone who has accidentally let a kettle boil dry knows what happens next. The temperature
Yeah.
inside the kettle climbs rapidly. The metal gets dangerously hot, and anything flammable nearby becomes a fire hazard. Tea bags had been sitting near the stove. As the kettle continued heating with no water inside, those tea bags ignited. Small flames appeared, then bigger flames. Smoke
Damn.
started filling the kitchen.
Fire on the stove.
Yes, what were you telling me? Broke down your kitchen.
And I know, I was like, Angela! She's like, what? And I'm like, what the fuck are you doing?
The fire alarms throughout the house started blaring. That horrible, piercing sound that means immediate danger. The fan woke up in a panic. Her first thought was her son. She needed to make sure he was safe. She needed to figure out what was happening. She rushed toward the source of the smoke and found the kitchen filling with thick, acrid smoke. Flames were licking up from the stove area. This wasn't a small problem. This was a genuine emergency that required immediate action. The fan grabbed a fire extinguisher and went to work. Managed to put out the flames before they could spread to the cabinets or other parts of the kitchen. The damage was contained to charred countertops and soot-covered surfaces. It could have been so much worse.
Ain't it?
And where was Angela during this entire
Right, that's
emergency?
what I wanna know.
Where was the person who
Sleep.
started this fire? According to the fan's account, Angela slept through the whole thing.
What I tell you?
The blaring
What
alarm.
the fuck I say? The bitch was drunk as hell, and she went back to sleep. Oh my god, yeah, you would, like I said, she wouldn't even been in my goddamn house. I don't care how much help I need. She wouldn't have been in my shit. Hell no.
The commotion, the chaos, the danger. None of it woke her up.
Yeah, and almost burned down her.
Yeah, and I was like, girl, just go back to sleep. Like, just don't try to do anything. Just sleep this off, please.
Right.
I'm hurting. She
Right.
was so upset that I said something like that.
Think about that for a moment. Think about how deeply someone has to be sleeping, or how impaired they have to be, to not wake up when fire alarms are going off throughout a
Right.
house. The next morning came. The fan, still shaken from the night before, confronted Angela about what happened. She wasn't trying to
The
attack
next
her. She
morning?
was scared and confused. How could Angela put water
Yeah,
on?
well, bitch, we would have been in there. I would have had her head between the washer and the goddamn dryer, bitch. You almost killed me and my kids. The fuck? And you would have been up out of here. Scared of what? Huh? Please, I wish.
To boil
I
and
highly
then
wish.
completely forget about it. How could she sleep through fire alarms? What if the fire had spread? What if someone had been hurt? Angela's response was shocking. Instead of apologizing, instead of showing any remorse or concern, she became defensive. She accused the fan of overreacting. She claimed the
To a
whole thing was
fire?
being blown out of proportion. She said the fan was trying to make her look bad.
Oh
She
my
refused
gosh.
to take any responsibility for nearly burning down someone's home. This
Look
was
who we
classic
talking about.
Angela behavior. When confronted with the consequences of her actions, attack the person confronting you. Make yourself the
catfishing
victim. Refuse accountability at all costs. Then Angela did what she always does when things get uncomfortable. She ran.
She packed up her stuff. It was like, Blake, my kid's name, B, come help me. Blake's like, I'm not doing that. She got an Uber.
She packed her belongings in a hurry. She called an Uber and she left that house without a real apology, without offering to pay for damages, without any acknowledgement of the danger she had created.
And I was like, okay. And what had happened is, Lisa.
Her next destination, the Pennsylvania home of Lisa Baby Girl.
I know you fucking lying. She was staying with Lisa, baby girl Lisa. I go there for you. Anything you want, I would do for you, God. That song gonna be in my damn head.
Another controversial 90 Day Fiance cast member with her own history of scandals and allegations.
Oh,
Lisa,
Lord.
her husband, and her kid.
Okay.
And she called me on WhatsApp and she said, I'm here with Lisa. You better not tell her what happened and just say hello. She wants to meet you.
Birds of a feather, as they say. Angela wasn't seeking friends who would challenge her behaviour. She preferred people who wouldn't question her choices. After a late-night incident, a fan was left to deal with the aftermath alone. Smoke damage throughout her kitchen, a ruined stove, countertops that needed replacing, and the trauma of waking up to a fire while caring for her special needs son. Hoping to prevent others from facing similar situations, the fan later spoke out, claiming Angela used people and discarded them when they were no longer useful. Online discussions linked the incident to Angela's ongoing struggles with responsibility and self-control. Some questioned whether she should be caring for children at all. Angela never directly addressed what happened. Instead, she posted vague complaints about haters and liars, insisting people were trying to bring her down. But silence often speaks louder than words, and the damage to her reputation was already done. These three incidents, the drag party assault, the flight cancellation meltdown, and the kitchen fire, they didn't happen in isolation. They were the culmination of everything that came before. Angela's entire 2025 had been a downward spiral. In March, reports surfaced that TLC had officially cut ties with her.
I remember
her
that.
Instagram bio no longer mentioned 90 Day Fiance. She was absent from promotional materials. The franchise that made her famous appeared done with her. In April, petitions calling for her removal from TLC hit over 50,000 signatures. Fans cited her abusive behaviour, her legal troubles, her increasingly erratic conduct. They didn't want her representing.
This was probably one of the first times where we was hoping, praying the scammer got over here. That man worked so hard. Yes, give that man his goddamn green card permanently. He earned that. He did. Oh, child, I couldn't do it. I'd be like, man, fuck that green card. I gotta do what now? With who? Fuck that green card. But he stuck in there. He did the damn thing. He did his job, honey. He did that. He deserved his permanent green card.
The franchise anymore. Throughout the summer, Angela's behaviour continued to deteriorate. She got into a physical altercation with her longtime friend Jennifer Delandro. She introduced a mystery man on social media who fans immediately dubbed Michael Number 2. She was clearly struggling to stay relevant and making increasingly desperate choices.
Where the hell is Michael?
And all of this traced back to one event. Michael Ilasanmi finally escaping. For years, Michael had endured Angela's abuse. Fans watched her scream at him, accuse him constantly, destroy his belongings, control every aspect of his life. She smashed cake in his face on camera. She destroyed his car in a rage. She threatened to call ICE whenever he didn't obey her. Michael arrived in the United States in December 2023. He lived with Angela for exactly 2 months. On February 23rd, 2024, he walked out. He contacted police. He said he feared for his life. He specifically stated he didn't want Angela knowing where he was going. Angela couldn't handle it. She posted crying videos, acting confused. She threatened him. She spoiled upcoming show storylines. She filed for annulment, claiming Michael had committed fraud. Michael fought back. He filed for divorce instead. His paperwork cited cruel treatment and physical and mental abuse.
And guess what? All they gotta do is go back and look at this show, and they're gonna side right with him. Or did they?
Did spousal support. He wasn't going to let Angela control the narrative anymore. Fans rallied around Michael. A GoFundMe for his legal fees raised over $50,000. Public opinion completely shifted. He was the victim who finally escaped. She was the abuser who lost control. And Angela spiraled. Without Michael to control, without Michael to blame for everything, she was forced to face herself. She clearly didn't like what she saw. The drinking increased. The public incidents increased. The desperate social media posts increased. And finally came that week in October 2025 when everything fell apart in spectacular fashion. Angela Deem's story isn't just about one woman losing her reality TV career. It's about patterns of behavior that went unchecked for years. It's about a network that enabled abuse for ratings. It's about what happens when someone builds their entire identity on chaos and controversy. TLC bears responsibility here. They saw who Angela was from day one. They watched her abuse Michael on camera season after season. They ignored petitions, person arrested. So she learned that chaos kept her relevant, kept money coming in, kept her in the spot, used to paid appearances at parties where she showed she needed and discarded them when they were no longer used.
Yeah, y'all. Let me know what y'all think about the witch of 90 Day Fiance. Oh, I might have to name the video that, child. Alright, y'all. Like the video, comment definitely, subscribe, and I'm gonna see y'all in the next one. Bye, y'all.